The introduction, The Enigmatic World of Byzantine Politics, serves as the foundation for understanding the intricate and often treacherous political landscape that characterized the Byzantine Empire. Byzantine politics is renowned for its complexity, marked by a labyrinthine web of alliances, betrayals, and power struggles. This concept of an enigmatic world reflects the dense and opaque nature of political maneuvering in Byzantium, where court intrigue was not merely incidental but rather central to the empire's governance and survival. The significance of this point in relation to the untold stories of Byzantine intrigue and betrayal is profound. Understanding the enigmatic nature of Byzantine politics is crucial to grasping the broader narrative of how political dynamics shaped the empire's history. This complexity often resulted in dramatic shifts in power, with emperors frequently facing challenges from within their ranks, leading to coups and assassinations that were both shocking and strategically calculated. Examples abound in Byzantine history. The accession of Basil I, known as Basil the Macedonian, is a prime illustration. Rising from humble origins, Basil navigated the tumultuous political waters, first serving as a stable boy and eventually seizing power through a combination of cunning, the formation of strategic alliances, and the elimination of his rivals. Another vivid example is the plot against Emperor Michael III, where intricate palace intrigue culminated in his assassination, facilitated by close confidants, including Basil himself, who then assumed the throne. Supporting opinions from historians suggest that this political environment, while perilous, also fostered a unique resilience and adaptability within the Byzantine administration, allowing it to survive for over 1,000 years despite frequent internal chaos. However, this atmosphere of constant intrigue also posed significant challenges. It bred an environment of mistrust and paranoia, where alliances were fragile and betrayal was a constant threat. Alternative viewpoints might argue that this internecine strife weakened the empire, diverting attention and resources away from external threats and undermining political stability. The enigmatic world of Byzantine politics is intrinsically linked to other aspects of the empire's story, particularly its cultural and military evolution. The same political acumen that fueled court intrigues also facilitated diplomatic negotiations and military strategies. Thus, understanding the complexities of this political landscape is indispensable for appreciating the broader tapestry of Byzantine history, revealing a civilization that was as intellectually vibrant as it was politically contentious. The rise of Byzantium and its complex political landscape forms the backdrop against which countless stories of intrigue and betrayal unfold. Byzantium, strategically situated between Europe and Asia, emerged from the remnants of the Roman Empire, carving out a powerful empire that lasted over a millennium. This era was marked by a labyrinth of political maneuvers, characterized by shifting alliances, familial power struggles, and cunning diplomatic games, all designed to secure and maintain power in a volatile world. The significance of this topic within the larger narrative of Byzantine intrigue lies in understanding how its sophisticated political environment was both the stage and catalyst for these dramatic betrayals. Two notable examples illustrate this complexity. First, the reign of Emperor Justinian I in the 6th century highlights Byzantine political adeptness. Justinian's ambitious efforts to reconquer former Roman territories and his establishment of legal codes, known as the Corpus Juris Civilis, demonstrate the multifaceted approaches employed to strengthen imperial control and influence. Secondly, the rise of Empress Theodora, Justinian's wife, from a low-status entertainer to one of the most powerful women in Byzantine history, underscores the era's intricate social mobility mechanisms and political maneuverings. Supporters of the idea that Byzantium's rise was synonymous with its intricate politics argue that such complexities were necessary for its survival in a region rife with external threats and internal dissensions. The empire's robust administration, legal codes, and diplomatic relations equipped it to weather many storms, providing a haven for art, culture, and religion, which flourished alongside political machinations. Nevertheless, Byzantium's political landscape was not without its challenges and controversies. The empire's reliance on court intrigues often led to instability, with frequent coups and assassinations reflecting the perils of a highly competitive political environment. Some historians argue that this constant internal strife detracted from Byzantium's ability to address external threats effectively, leading ultimately to its decline. This intricate web of political intrigue directly influences other aspects of Byzantine life, such as religious schisms, notably the iconoclast controversy, which were often intertwined with power struggles. The rich tapestry of Byzantine politics not only shapes the stories of betrayal, but also illuminates their motivations, providing a nuanced understanding of how individual ambitions and systemic frameworks can create pathways to both glory and ruin. Through this lens, the examination of Byzantium's rise is crucial in unpacking the untold stories of intrigue that define its history. The heading, Famous Betrayals, Key Figures and Pivotal Moments, delves into the heart of Byzantine intrigue, focusing on the treacherous acts and critical junctures that defined the empire. Betrayal, in this context, refers to acts of treachery by individuals or groups that drastically altered the course of Byzantine history, often characterized by espionage, assassination, and political deceit. These acts were critical because they not only reshaped leadership, but also influenced Byzantine policies and its complex web of alliances. The significance of this point lies in how these betrayals reveal the intricacies of power dynamics in Byzantium. They highlight the endless struggle for control and how personal ambitions could interplay with grand imperial plans, leading to consequences that reverberated through time. This insight into human nature and power struggles provides a deeper understanding of Byzantine history beyond the surface-level events. A quintessential example is the assassination of Emperor Andronikos I Komnenos in 1885. His brutal reign, characterized by purges and tyranny, ended in betrayal by his own people. This pivotal moment marked the end of the Komnenian dynasty's era, leading to increased instability and vulnerability to external threats like the Fourth Crusade. Another significant betrayal involved Michael VIII Palaiologos. In the mid-13th century, he betrayed John IV Lascaris, a minor emperor, to claim the Byzantine throne. Michael's pragmatic yet unscrupulous actions re-established Byzantine control over Constantinople, following its capture by the Crusaders, but also sowed distrust and division internally. These betrayals underscore how personal vendettas and power struggles often overshadowed broader political and strategic interests. They highlight the fragility of loyalty among Byzantine elites, where alliances were fickle and often contingent upon personal gain. Such narratives emphasize the dangerous dance between ambition and ethics in the corridors of power. However, these events also attract controversies and alternative viewpoints. Some historians argue that these betrayals were necessary catalysts for change or even survival. For instance, Michael VIII's betrayal is seen by some as a necessary evil that restored Byzantine prestige, albeit temporarily. Byzantine betrayals don't just stand as isolated incidents. They weave into the larger tapestry of Byzantine intrigue, influencing diplomatic relationships, military strategies, and the empire's eventual decline. The exploration of these betrayals aids in understanding Byzantine society's complex hierarchy, where survival often meant navigating a delicate and dangerous balance between ambition and morality. Ultimately, examining these betrayals offers a lens into the broader themes of human nature and power that continue to resonate beyond the Byzantine era. The untold stories of Byzantine intrigue and betrayal are richly intertwined with the roles played by religion and the Orthodox Church in political maneuvering. In the Byzantine Empire, the Orthodox Church was far more than a spiritual entity. It was a pivotal player in the political arena, often influencing imperial decisions and shaping the socio-political landscape. This relationship between the church and state was not merely cooperative but deeply symbiotic, with the emperor seen as God's representative on earth, tasked with defending and propagating the Christian faith. The significance of this dynamic is profound, as religion often served as both a tool and a stage for political power struggles. One notable example is the iconoclast controversy of the 8th and 9th centuries, where the veneration of icons became a theological and political flashpoint. Emperors such as Leo III and his son Constantine V advocated iconoclasm, not only to purify religious practices, but also to consolidate imperial control over the church's wealth and influence. This led to fierce opposition from iconophiles, deeply dividing the empire and exemplifying how religious doctrine could be leveraged for political gains. Another example is the rise of the patriarch Photius, who became a central figure in the ecclesiastical power struggles of the 9th century. His appointment by Emperor Michael III, following the removal of the previous patriarch Ignatius, sparked the Photian schism. While the schism was framed in theological terms, underlying it were issues of authority and legitimacy, mirroring the political machinations within the imperial court. The intertwining of religion and politics in Byzantium was supported by some as a means of maintaining a sacred order, where the divine right of emperors to rule was reinforced by the church's endorsement. However, this close relationship also attracted criticisms and posed several challenges. The heavy involvement of the church in state affairs often led to corruption and power struggles within the ecclesiastical hierarchy itself. Additionally, the deep entanglement of religious and political spheres sometimes alienated other Christian communities, notably the Church of Rome, contributing to the eventual Great Schism of 1054. Religion and the Orthodox Church were thus central to Byzantine intrigue and betrayal, influencing and being influenced by the empire's political currents. This complex interplay connected to broader issues such as imperial legitimacy, civil administration, and external relations, shaping the empire's legacy in profound ways. The Church's involvement in politics sometimes smoothed governance, but also contributed to the very intrigues and betrayals that make Byzantine history so fascinating.